I had no idea this was going to happen.
Guys, welcome back to Smoky Hill Bonsai. I need you to stick around through this whole video today because you and I are both going to figure out together what this video is going to be. So I really don't want to get to be known as the guy that just complains about the weather all the time, but I feel like in most of my videos, that is what I do. Because I do live in the middle of Kansas, and it sucks here a lot because we get the extremes of both weather, summer weather and winter weather. We've been having winters where we've had the polar vortex come through, and we've been getting like minus 18 degrees, minus 20 degrees for a couple days. And that's hard on everything, let alone my outdoor bonsai. But then in the summertime, we had a heat index of 119 degrees a couple weeks ago. I'm going to get this mixed up, but it's El Nino year or something like that. So we haven't been horrible. We've had horrible spells here. But it's not as bad as it normally is. However, the one thing that I have not told you guys about yet is we had a horrible storm this spring, and it did a lot of damage. We had a new roof put on our house last fall because of storms, and we're scheduled to get another roof here done in the next week. So today, I want to follow up on a few things I've been promising about, such as getting my bonsai garden put back into shape. I want to show you some of the storm damage that happened to my trees, to my yard, just some trash I'm picking up. Now, I don't typically like to show you the rough stuff or the nasty stuff, the weeds that have gotten out of control, but I've been putting these videos off because I've been trying to make everything perfect. And the reality is around here, nothing's perfect. Working on the patio and the backyard and everything. So I'm like, screw it. If I'm ever going to put a video out again, I might as well show you all the shit that goes along with it. So this might be a shit video today. Let's find out. So I guess the first thing we'll do is start with maybe some of the damage. Now I've got a big sprinkler putting down some water. I'm in the process of killing out my grass because the irrigation system in the new lawn's coming here real quick. Anyways, I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you. We're gonna start back here a little bit and show you kind of what's going on. So we had a horrible windstorm. I'm trying to remember. I think our airport, which is not too far from us, had registered like 112 or 113 miles an hour wind, sustained wind for a little bit. Fences all over the neighborhood, all over the town got destroyed. This play set of the kids was going to be disassembled anyways, but that storm sure made it, sure put a jump on things there. So that's this side of the yard. Took a lot of tree damage in town. This is a cotton candy redbud, and we lost a bunch of branches out of it, but including the leader here. It's been in the ground 3 or 4 years. I really hate that happened to that tree. You can't get time back on trees. Once you plant them and they've been in the ground 2 or 3 years, then you just can't get that time back. That neighbor's tree there took a beating. In the front yard just real quick, but I'm gonna get to my bonsai trees here just after I show you this last thing. The hail took a lot of paint off the house, busted up the wall sconces on the outside that we have to get replaced. Did some damage up here, working on that. But do you guys remember my video? I had these 3 northern red oaks in the front yard. Well, they don't really exist much anymore. I know you wouldn't have reference of it, but there's some big trees that filled this space, canopy-wise, that are gone. A lot of canopy and that's gone. Anyways, I know it's a weed mess, but I'm going to put some new trees back in this fall. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. And then just with everything going on, I just haven't had time to weed out front. This is the stuff I'm embarrassed to show, but I have plans for that. But all the native plants that are in the ground they're doing well, but I just cannot get ahead of this god dang bindweed. It's irritating. Everything's growing and looking good. Okay, I've got trees scattered out everywhere. So I'm gonna kind of pick and choose and show you. Here's a ginkgo tree I dug out of the ground this spring. Let me get it. Okay, I dug this ginkgo tree out of the bonsai garden so I could work on the soil and that, but that's hail damage, and that's hail damage there, hail damage down here. Yeah, this was kind of tucked up against the fence, so it might have been protected a little bit. I've done a couple videos on this this big elm tree. I think one of them is titled "Fixing the Nabari on a Big Tree" or something like that. But this tree had a much more bigger canopy on it, and it got completely destroyed. So I cut it way back. I still like the tree. I like the way it's going here, but I've also lost this entire side of the tree going all the way up. I don't know that that's necessarily because of the hailstorm, but I'm going to kind of say this. The pine trees got damaged. That's hail damage there. All this, I don't know if you can see that. All that's hail damage in there. Hail damage up here. There's a ficus tree I've been working on for a very long time. That took an impact of hail right there. Up here's hail. I've since pruned a lot of this tree back too. I pruned a lot of hail damage off of it. Another little ficus tree that took a direct hit there. Pruned off a lot of the broken branches up top. This ginkgo tree was actually doing really well. Lost the leader of it due to a hailstone. Let's see, the plan for this maple this year was to grow it out, not do any hard pruning on it. The trunk chop, I believe, was pre-hailstorm on purpose, but other than that, I ended up cutting a lot of that tree out. This elm tree here, same deal. There's damage down in there, but this much fuller canopy, trying to grow it out a little bit more. Ooh, God, that water's cold. My amber maple used to have a nice big canopy to it. Had to prune it way back. This maple, it's still sitting in this pot. That's hail damage on that container. It's still sitting like this because my intent is for it to go into the ground in the bonsai garden. But you can see hail damage there as well. Let's see, I don't see anything right away there. I think I ended up pruning this crabapple way back because of hail damage. Oh, this was another crabapple that I really liked. You can see where there was the main trunk came from here and came up, and it got completely devastated. So I ended up having to cut it way back. So love this tree. I don't know what's going to become of it because that's a massive wound right at the base. I'll probably clean that up again with a Dremel tool and cover it again and see if we can't heal that. I left this here in hopes that it'll help heal. Let's see, I think that one was okay. Just more pots here getting shredded. More trees just been cut way back when they weren't planned on it. Let's see. Oh, I did a video too on this forsythia. It was much bigger. My plan, I had a leader on it. I don't know, up here, I think, somewhere. And the hail completely ruined it, so it got cut way back, and it looks like it's gonna bloom again. That's crazy. Let's see, big hackberry stump. I got a favorite. This is my favorite elm tree here, and I've been having trouble keeping the leaves green this year. Same thing. It had a bunch of hail damage. That's all hail damage down in there and up here. But I love this tree. It needed to be repotted this year, but like many of my trees, it just the spring was so crazy. We had so much warm February that so many leaves pop so fast. Fence back there, over here's damaged. Piles of debris. I kept all this debris because I thought we'd cut it up and put it in the fire pit and burn it. But it's just been too damn windy. There's some more fence that need to take care of. A lot of the reasons why some of this isn't getting done right away is just still waiting on insurance for stuff like the fence on the other side I showed you. Neighbors are waiting on insurance claims there. This isn't technically our fence, and we told the neighbors we're willing to do whatever we need to do to help them out, but I feel like this is going to be an insurance deal. There's a post. I'm going to try and replace that post this weekend. I'll dig that out and then take this post off here and try to get this fence back up right and put together. So yeah, this is the stuff I've been doing instead of filming bonsai videos. I have gotten my compost back on track here, which I'm glad for. Okay, so another embarrassing thing that I didn't really want to show. I was hoping to have it done before I showed it off. The bonsai garden got away from me, and that's kind of what I'm working on today. So here it is, completely taken over with grass. Let's start back here in the corner. Is my wisteria stump that I thought it got hammered horrible by the wind, and I lost the pot. And I've just thrown it in this bucket thinking I would get to it sometime, and it's been living fine. It changes water out every few days, and I'll get it in a pot eventually. Melted crab apples, I dug them from here, and some stuff came back from the roots, so I might air layer some of this, but then I have to dig the stumps. Debris from everybody's roofing jobs are everywhere. You can see a bald cypress down in these weeds. See how that foliage is almost getting, it's past yellow, it's almost white. Well, that's the reason why I'm going to try and do some work back here is to fix the soil problems. I do have a boxwood down in here that's doing all right, and another cypress tree. I dug all these out to do the soil work, but then these pots were completely destroyed by the hail, so I had no choice but to put them in the ground right away because I didn't have any bonsai soil to pot them up. As a matter of fact, a lot of the potting soil I used in that emergency is going to be hit and miss whether it's any good. But all it has to do is get me through the summer because a lot of this is going to go back in the ground here. So I do have 2 rounds of glyphosate on here. I'm going to mow this down today, get a soil test done, get all the neighborhood roofing materials cleaned up. The wind has just been blowing shit everywhere. It's just, people are just saying that they've not really experienced a summer like this. Anyways, got to get all this mess. I built this fence here to keep rabbits away from my winter collection, or when I bed things down for the winter, but it's just hasn't ever worked the way I wanted it to, so I'm disassembling that today. That way I can mow this and work. My goal was to put a fence there, or not a fence, but a gate. Never worked out, so it's all coming down today. I threw a bunch of bald cypress seeds in the garden here this spring, and this is half of what came up, but they're just not thriving in this soil. So I've put sulfur on them to help bring the pH down. I've given them some nitrogen. I've given them some cleated iron, and I think the soil is just so bad. The last soil test I had done on the yard in the front said that the pH was almost so toxic. It was almost too toxic for even fescue grass. So that's been a problem. So I've been keeping up on the watering every day. Let's see. So that was kind of a lot of stuff that has gone wrong. I want to show you a couple things that have turn this water off here real quick, but then I want to show you some things that have been going right. Again, I've got a mess going on back here everywhere. So let me God, I hate showing. It's embarrassing showing you this before it's all cleaned up and ready, but when's that gonna happen? So I got the brick patio put in the fire pit. Those are logs from the debris field that we brought up to hopefully burn when the wind's not blowing. But this patch of mess here is still intended to be my greenhouse. So I got to get the plans ready for that. Here's the patio. I'm gonna have a shrub border all the way around. Got some shrubs in already. I had to add a bunch of compost to all of this and work the soil amendments before I planted. But got some lilacs in here, some viburnums in the back, black-eyed Susans and lavenders. Okay, my camera overheated today, so I had to take it in and cool it off for a little bit. But I think I was saying black-eyed Susan, some shrubs. The grass is pretty yellow because I'm killing it off right now. And then I've got the sidewalk done around back. Got some viburnums in here. It's gonna be shade over on the north side of the house. So got some hostas going in. And then eventually this sidewalk will continue out to my truck. By the way, that's my new truck. Let's see. When said and done, this will be a shrub border here. So hopefully you can picture a nice canopy foliage shrub area. I hate mowing, so I don't want that grass. Don't want any part of that grass. I need to compost this, mulch this. So we got that going on. And then I'm probably gonna get wet back here, but I wanna show you this too. So when I put the patio in, I had extra soil. So I've got a new berm garden here. On my berm garden, I'm starting with skinny blue jeans, a spruce tree there. Let's see, I got to show you my new favorite plant right now, my current favorite plant, because that changes all the time. But this is a native Kansas prairie plant. It's called Rattlesnake Master. You can see it's got some fibrous foliage, and here comes the water. Woo, that's cold. Anyways, it's said that the Native Americans use this plant for a lot of different things, but including this fibrous foliage would make foot covering out of it and cordage. So anyways, I love it. I love it so much. Got some wild onion and some creeping Jenny in here. I've overplanted. I've got too many rattlesnake masters going on. I got to jump back here and avoid this water. So this no man's land back here is just gonna be mulch. I'm gonna get wet. Oh geez, ooh, it's hot, but it's hot out, but it still feels nice. Let's see, got some columbine in there, crabapple tree off here on the end, and then this will be a shrub border through here too, but there'll be a walking path to come through. Anyway, quick rundown of what I've been up to. It's not always easy and convenient to pull the camera out, and then just being busy to edit videos. And like I said, I hate the fact I got behind on things. I hate the fact there's so many weeds everywhere, but cleaning up storm damage and just trying to keep up with life. It's not easy to get things edited and whatever. So I just thought I'd show you the good, the bad, and the ugly today. Anyways, I'm still watching your guys' videos. Usually Sunday mornings, I get up early, get some coffee, and start watching your guys' bonsai videos. I really enjoy them. And I don't know, school's starting, summer's ending, so it's time to start getting ready for fall in the bonsai garden, I guess. So, I still have this dream that I'm going to get this greenhouse started this fall yet. So, anyways, I'd appreciate it if you guys hit subscribe, like some of the videos, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff I really want to show you. So I sure appreciate you following along. Take care, everybody. See you soon.